Hello and welcome back. This is day 323 of streaming every single day and our 67th art stream. Today I'll be working on Alfi's like makeshift kind of model right now. I'd like to just start off with finishing the actual body though, because I realized I didn't finish it before. So hope I can find everything. I did already test beforehand and my mouse, or my pen rather, is being a little bit shaky, but it should be okay, so bear with me. This is not going to be good enough for, like, fixing the whole thing, so I'll just delete those for now, and then we'll redraw them later, if we need to. Hello, Rio! I hope you are well today. I just realized this layer is... lighter? I'd like to copy this layer actually, or this hand real quick, and then just paste it on the other side. Gonna be lurking since I just got home, but I wanted to say hi. Alrighty, sounds good, sounds good. Enjoy your lurk. We're just gonna be working on some of this, and then I think I'm gonna probably... when we're done with stream, I'm probably gonna do, Frontline in Final Fantasy, because I have a bunch of characters that need to do it, and now that the DDoS is gone. So I'm gonna do that after. What map is today? I have no idea. I haven't done Frontline forever now, so I really don't know. But that is a good question. Oh no, I just realized I shouldn't have done that. If I want to put both these together, I have to make sure their opacity is complete, and then we go back to 67 over here. Where is it? We'll do 68. Maybe that one's gonna be better. I want it to be still darker, so we'll do like 81. I had a theory that the other day was like on Solitaire, but I have not been paying attention, so I really wouldn't know. This is not the proper leg shape. I'm guessing Steel Rock or Fields, because either yesterday or the day before was Borderlands? Really? Okay, well that's... I think your guess is probably better than mine then. This is really hard to picture. I'm not sure though. Oh, I'm not sure either. I just know the day I thought of doing it was Borderlands, so I held off. Yeah, that makes sense. See, I feel like Borderlands isn't that hard, or isn't that annoying, rather. But it definitely can be annoying. I think we'll go with something like this for the pose. Just for the basic pose. I need to actually fix more than this. We'll take this one right here, and then I'm gonna move the opacity back up. Transform, flip horizontal. Then I hope and pray that it's on the same layer, or the same field, rather. I feel like the legs are not evenly spaced. But maybe they are, and I'm just not seeing it. Something going on there, though. Not sure how that happens. Okay, and then since they're both at 100, we can do that, and then we'll put it back to 81. Just to make it easier for like when we draw all the other parts too, like the clothes, like we need to. And then I'm gonna work on the shorts here because I didn't get to draw them the last time. We're gonna put it right above here and make sure it's 100. Proportions might be slightly off. I say slightly, but I mean like probably massively. Like I should probably do this. I need to like increase the size of the legs here in a second, like what I just did with that other one, we have to do over here. I feel like I could have probably done them both in the same go, but I also have to do this. See, the part up here is longer than it is down there, normally. I think there are some cases where some people do have the lower leg longer, possibly, but at least from what I know, I think usually the upper leg is longer. At least in my stylistic choice as well. I know some people might choose something else, but okay, that's better. Remember, this is not what we're going to be doing when we do our official VTube model. We're actually going to do like the symmetrical tool, or symmetry tool rather, so we can get everything accurately so that when we do the rigging, it won't be like off at all. Because that's the main reason you want to be able to duplicate your layers, or rather have them like the same off the bat. Because like me just duplicating the sides like this and having to push them up or push them down in certain spots, obviously it's going to look different on both sides. And that's why you kind of need to do the symmetry tool, if you can. I'm sure there are people that didn't do it, but I think it just helps with like keeping everything very kind of like just together, if that makes sense. Well, technically this little part right here should be attached to, the shorts. But since we weren't sure if we were doing the shorts or not, or if we were just going to attach it to the other clothing layer, that's why I didn't do it. I'd like to see where the skirt lines up to. This has to be a little bit further down, I can see. Something more like that. I hope this is in the same plane. Right about there, I guess? I think the hard part is right here. It's supposed to be more open. Oops, wrong layer. Something like that, I think. Then we can just combine these together. The whole point is that when the skirt is blowing, you still have the idea that there are shorts underneath. That's the whole point. Also, I didn't do this whole part right here correct on the last one, so this one's more accurate. Should technically do them both the same. Like both downward curve or both upward curve, but which it should be downwards. I didn't do that for this one. No. I just need to fix this part here. Now that one looks better than this one. Okay, and then we have this part. Wait, nope. We have this part right here. I wanted to make this part frilly originally, but then I realized that it would look very, I don't know, like I don't really like too much frill stuff. But then that's when I landed on this more simple design that I could actually draw all the time. And one that I enjoy drawing. So I had to think about how many times I have to draw Alfie. Also gonna make sure to draw this part here. Can't be too thick like it was on the other one. Like that, pretty much. I think I did want more of an incline this way, technically. I wonder if we can fix that. We did it with the shirt. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Oh, I just realized we're gonna have to put this down below this now. That's interesting. Let me put it that way, and then... Just feel like this little stop right there. Fix it up a little bit. There we go. That's much better. I actually want to copy this part here, and then... Or am I going to do that, though? I'm going to just do this. This is technically supposed to be the, like, work in progress kind of design for the model. Where I wasn't going to, like, copy and paste anything for dimensions or anything, but I ended up doing that a few times now. Maybe I will just redraw the leggings again. Okay, I want to erase this part though. Kind of, maybe not, maybe not. Pretty much like... like this, essentially. Man, I have music stuck in my head right now. If only I could play it for you guys. I think I can do this? Okay, thank goodness. Oh, okay, so the legs don't even line up at all. That's interesting. Well, now it suddenly lines up? I don't know how that works. Oh, but part of the leg is missing from over here. Definitely whatever I did was unequal. However, we're gonna fix this part at least. Because this is the most important. I was actually unsure about this part, but I kind of thought it was cute having, like, a difference between the two legs. I'm gonna redraw the heart, too. There we go. That's pretty much the basis of the outfit. What is that? I'm not sure what that is, but I guess I'll delete it. Oh, I think it was our original leg that we did. I still have some ideas with the hair, I guess. But I think I can work that out. Okay, this is a good step, though. A good step forward, because we've already been able to draw this now twice. I want to be working on the hair, especially. Speaking of working on the hair, maybe I should color this in. I like that we have her colors here now. I really want to work on the eyes, too. I think that's going to be the most important part of the model, and then we have the hair and the mouth. I think those three are kind of the most important in your model. I think it's going to be fun trying to figure out what it looks like from all the different angles. I don't know if you guys have seen the Freerin meme lately. I think it would end up looking something like that, and I'm just hoping I can figure everything out. Okay. I am not that used to doing different perspectives, so it'll definitely be a challenge, I think. Okay, that's that layer. What do you guys think? Do you think we should cover the eye more or less? Just the right amount? I'm trying to decide, and I think it's just really hard. I think it's a good amount. I definitely don't want to block too much. I do like that we decided to shorten the hairstyle and make it more streamlined, I guess. Rather than having so many different twists and parts to it. I'm also gonna draw behind here now. I think it'd be safe to like show as much of this as possible. For the sake that it's like the back of the hair. And I wanted to be able to have like some type of texture that implies like, hey, the hair is like being brought into a ponytail over here. That's kind of what I want to do with this layer here. Just to keep it kind of realistic. And I think behind the body is where we put the hair. Behind the neck even. Okay, so that's where we put that. I think the close was 58? Yeah. Okay, we need to make a new layer. This one right below. I wonder if we did 3 strands for the ponytail, if we could do more on the actual head itself for hair. Or if we should do the 4 strands, because I kind of feel like the 3 strands might even be better. I guess it'll cut out some detail, but I can also add detail elsewhere due to that. I have to change the, oh, what happened there? I have to change the line art color. Oh, what just happened? Okay, now we can work on that part. And then there we go. Let me just copy the hex code. It might even be too dark for the line art for the hair, but I can think about changing that too. Because we're gonna have a lot more colors than just two, and it's also not gonna be this thick of lines in the end model. Perfect, we'll do this one next. It's actually a nice color right there. I want to keep that. Hello, Mega Helixer! I hope you are well today. Oh, I just realized I forgot to color that last strand in. Oh, so the fifth layer before on her hair was like the strands that were like right about here. So I'm gonna go back to this layer and I have to color some of that in that we didn't do before. This part right here. I honestly think the front of the bangs are probably my favorite part of the hair in this design. You know, actually seeing it in full color actually helps me think about it more. I do like that. I also want to color in... I'm gonna call this eyes real quick so we can actually like... Oh. Masking layer? Oh. I guess we're gonna want to hide hair. Oop, wrong one. Should just color this whole thing with the red, and then we'll go back with the other colors. Should probably zoom in for this. And holy moly, I know I'm drawing it on like a bad canvas for this because this was just supposed to be for the design. I think I ended up liking this one better for eyelashes, the darker color. So it's likely the color we're going to go for in the end as well. Pretty much like that. I think I'd also like to put this behind, just to make sure. There we go. Brings a little bit more life to the eyes. I think I could also move the eyes because... Wait a second. Oh, her eyebrows are attached to that part. That's gonna be interesting. Let me take that off of there real quick, because that's definitely not ideal. It is cool that it already is the right color, though. I'll give it that. Above the eyes. Then we could just do this. We're gonna need to expand it to about here. Man, that's a night and day difference right there. Oh, you know what? I forgot about that too. I hope oh, I don't... Wait. Okay, that should be it. I just found out that we have a layer we didn't do the thing with. Where is it? This is the head, right? Yeah, it was this one. Okay, that makes it much more seamless. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to move the eyes over just a little bit because I realized that they are in a weird position for this. So we're just gonna grab that then. And then I think just those ones, right? I like to center them properly on the face. But I can also see why I should have just done like her looking forward properly. So I'll probably fix that. Of course, this is just the concept art too, so I don't need to care about it that much. It's just supposed to be getting me into the kind of general process of what I have to do for breaking things up on the model. I also need to fix that, the face. Where is it? Oh, I definitely put it up here more. There it is. That honestly looks pretty much the same as what we just had. Let's try erasing this one. Unless it is, it's pretty much the same. I just realized the mouth was attached to that. Oh, you know what? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna erase the mouth too, actually. I forgot that the overall design, her face is too far up. I'm supposed to move it down. So I'm also gonna have to fix... Oh, I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to see it now. Dang it. Let me... This part's fine. This is probably the whole head, so hopefully I'm not distorting too much. Okay, this is much more like how I've pictured her. Much better. Let me actually like just copy and paste this one from the other side. Just to see that what I'm doing is actually the same. Or relatively similar. This is very confusing. And also the reason you usually want to draw these things correctly. Of course that happens. Hoping I could see it better like this. Better yet. And that's kind of crazy. I thought that it was going to be the wrong thing, but I guess not. Okay then. Okay then. I think the eyes being messed up probably didn't help me. Now we have the time to properly fix everything else. Which, now I'd like to move her eyes down. Which is funny. We're gonna move this one, this one, this one. This one, and this one. All down. Okay, that's much better. I'm trying to think of a forward nose, something more like that. Yeah. I'm not sure why it always goes down like that. Yeah, see, that's much better. I just have to change, like, I actually want to see, like, the outfit fully colored, and then I want to do the skin color. I want to mess around with the skin color a little bit. Because I'm not sure if I like this one as much. I feel like it's a little bit too pinkish for me. Okay, well that's one of the pieces we need to color. This one. I should start naming some of these, because I'm going to have to name a lot of them once I do the actual model. Let me get this part done first. Then we can move on to the skin color. Cool, cool. Almost done with the shorts. And I think we did this light gray. This part. Then we did a darker gray. This part. I think I'd like to transform this gray into a lighter one. Something more like this, I guess. Something slightly easier on the eyes. But I guess I'm gonna have to delete the other one then. Or maybe I'll just keep it for like shading for it. Now that the shorts are done. Wait, are they done? And then leave that part open so we can do these ones. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to separate the boots from the leggings, but I might do that. Wait. Oh. The leg on the right was still not lined up. But again, this is just the concept, so it doesn't really matter that much. Just having this down is good. Okay, now we go to the darker one right here. Maybe I can make it the lighter color on the other side. So we actually use all the colors in our palette. Like a solid amount of times. And this is actually one of the reasons I'd like to do both of the hearts pink, even though one is upside down. I'd like to do both of them pink, just to keep like some color, what is it, synchronicity in there or whatever. That was not the right color, this one. Because see, we have the light blue is the same color that we were using for this. Which I will explain in a second, if we can actually get this other part on. Where is it? Hello, Uzi. I hope you are well today. Forgot where I put the layer. Where did I put it? This is why you need to name things. Okay, dress. Also remove this part, I think, right here. Okay, so this part, oh that's right, I forgot to draw. The lower arms. Today's an interesting day. I was able to draw the hands, but not the lower arms. Man, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the... Oh, the dress, yeah, that's right. I just need another layer under that. Under the coloring. Yeah, so these little parts right here are the same kind of color blue I was thinking for this one. I was gonna do this. And originally all these little parts were just gonna be like a grayish white. That were just gonna be like faded, kind of. They weren't, like, these top ones were gonna be see-through. These ones weren't. But the ones on the shoulders were supposed to be see-through. So I want to still do that, but I might want to make them slightly blue for more of a color pop. Like this. I think it makes it look nicer. Rather than one solid color with the whole outfit. And then of course from there we have the sapphire on the neck. Sapphire gem. And then we were gonna have down here... Where was it? It was you. There it is. This one was gonna have pink right here. I was kind of hoping it would tie in with her skin color, I guess, maybe? So I could do that instead of the blue, since we have 4 points of blue here, including the gem, and then we have the hearts down here. There's no other place pink is used besides the eyes, and technically it's part of the skin color. Oh, I also have to make sure I remove this part right here, because this part is actually skin. Oh, you know what? I also forgot to do the knee spot, because I actually did this way too far down. Wait, can I fix that? How did I miss that? It's usually how I, like, measure this outfit. I need to fix that. Hang on a second. Shorts. There's a skirt. Yeah, so I see what's going on here. No, it's more like this. Wait, I need to take the color with me too. Like up to here more. It's pretty much how it's supposed to be. But I guess I'm gonna have to fix this all together. By themselves, meaning like the whole problem altogether. That's crazy. So I had to split them to do this. I knew something looked off. Okay. Right about here-ish? See, I still think I need to fix the proportions of this, but I'm just lucky that this is not the official model that I'm going to be sticking with. This is going to be just the practice for me. Because yeah, these proportions are much better and more correct. This one, I don't actually know what I'm doing with the leggings there. That's weird. Because wouldn't the knee go down like right about here? It's like I didn't even draw the knee. Let me do this. And then we'll just use that as our knee for now. Even though it's not like professionally done or whatever. Got this. There's a lot of jank in here. It's very janky. As you can see, whatever's going on with that. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. Just a second. I just noticed something. So we didn't copy those down to each other, and now we can do this. That makes a lot of sense. Actually, I probably would have had an easier time doing this if I didn't copy them down to each other first, but we did that, so now we must live with our consequences. Even though I technically could have just did the undo button. Wait, why is that not? Wait, what? Okay, so for some reason I never drew the actual leg in here. I was wondering why it looks so weird. There we go, much better. There are a lot of things we miss as artists. I was wondering why I was going over the heart, and I knew that that was not supposed to happen. So because of that, that's what made me realize the other things. There we go. Okay, now I just need to do the skin color. I also want to start with the neck part over here because that is closest to where we are right now. I'm gonna rename it neck. See, it's a little bit too tannish, or not tan, but like just too pink. Not like light enough. Even that looks light enough to me. It's just too dark for Alfi. I think that's more accurate to her. And this one, I don't know if it was a good idea for me to put this right here. Maybe I should have done it on the head one. I'll probably do that. Guess I'll just do this now. I don't know if you guys noticed, but yeah, behind this part, this is also still open right here, but it has the feathery part you can see through. This feels like studying for an exam. Honestly. But obviously, like, less brain power for this, I guess. Because I can just pretty much relax when doing art. But I mean, like, the general principle of having to do a test run before the actual thing. Just to see and lock in on all the details. Once I confirm the details, I'll decide if I'm changing anything or not, and then I'll go to my actual one. You know, I just realized that this makes my model really, really interesting, actually. Because I'm gonna have to do a behind layer just for that. Oh, wait, that's actually gonna be crazy. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna fix this part now. I'll just draw it. It is just a test after all. That was so off, though. It was so off. I think if I did this. Something like that, yeah. I think that's closer. Except this one should be technically bigger than it is, but it's not as big. Now I gotta remove this. make room. Maybe it's right here. The reason that is happening is because we need to go back to the layer that we drew this on and erase that. Where is it? Oh, it's because of the... Okay. Because I didn't draw the leg right on the actual body layer itself. That's why that happened. Let me go over here. And I realized, like I was trying to say about, behind the shoes. Actually, behind this, too. I could even just use this as a shading of some sort. Because it looks like I might have to do something like that for... this now. That's crazy. I could do some type of shading like this, I guess. I just don't know... Oh, I can't see from there. I just don't know if that'd be a good shade color for this. But it's true, I do already have it like in my little palette over here. I also have to fix the face, as you guys can see. I think this is when everything kind of comes together. And there we go. I have to draw her ears though still. I need to put one above those layers. I think it was above 65. No, wait. Above 64. It's a lie! Aw. Congrats on the three stream streak. Ah, what happened? There we go. So the ear should probably go... This ear should probably go more like this. And then... I should color that in too, actually. Oh, but I need to fix, like... Wait, what happened there? Okay, there we go. That's what happened. And then the other ear will be behind that stuff. I need to find where to put the other ear. Where that was. This is what I mean. It's gonna be like very interesting. This one. Behind this one. Wonder if I should copy the other ear just to make sure it's actually like somewhat proportional. Because I can't exactly just draw it with the hair in the way. I could just turn it off though. It's definitely not gonna line up when I turn the hair layers off, but this is exactly why we're gonna use the symmetry tool. When we get to our actual model. I hope this is over the correct layer though, so I can just like, yes, okay. Thank you. Awesome. I know it's not gonna look right with the hair gone, but this is just the concept. There, that's pretty much what we're trying to do here. I want to test some like different ways to render eyes too beforehand. Maybe I should do the overall like render thing to test. Of course, we're at like a really small like ratio for this right now. But our dimensions. But I think I can still make it work, especially if I draw the eye like really big or hair parts. Why is that over? That shouldn't be over. Oh, because we aren't drawing on the correct layer. That makes a lot of sense. I should have suspected that. Okay, that was the neck part, and then we have... Oh, wait, so we actually want this above the skin color, so that's gonna be interesting. At least for the original drawing of it. I think this is a pretty good test. Sorry guys, I mentioned like 15 times now that is a test. That's probably an accurate number this time. Okay, is that about it for that part? I think. Wait a second. I just realized. Beat that with the skirt off. Which means... Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, so... This is something to keep in mind. So I'm gonna need two different... Oh my. I'm gonna need two different versions. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna name that... shorts, shadow, skirt, shadow. Does that mean I'm gonna need... Yeah, that... Oh my. That is... See, it just shows there's so much work that goes into these things. Just to have, like, a clothing change, you need to have different shading, too. Wait, why was the skirt not named? That's crazy. I totally thought I named that one already. I'm gonna go back up to the face, where we got skin color here, and then we're gonna do this. Oh, I also want to mention, like, I did not do it the convenient way, for the ears. I think ordinarily, what I would be doing is, like, you just draw them on the head, and you just layer the hair based on that. But since I wasn't sure about the hair and everything and how long I took on that, that is why I made it harder for myself, when it could have actually been much easier. So don't worry guys, I'm gonna make sure I take the right route for that. I wonder if this would cause a slight shadow. I have to find the ears that I decided to put on completely different layers. Why is this not working? Oh, because I named the wrong layer, that's why. Pretty much like that, I'm thinking. Might have a little bit more an open part here just because of the way her hair is right now. And I was kind of picturing the way her hair used to be. Nice. I'd like to see or establish that other color that we have over here as possibly being a shading color. Because now it seems like we have blue as part of the palette now. Though technically it was part of the hair palette before, now it looks like it's also going to be part of the clothing. I think this was her hair color, actually. Yes, I believe that was the color we chose for her hair. But now it looks like we're also going to be using it for the shading on her clothes. Let's see if we can find it real quick. This one, and then we put this over this. Let's see if this is a good color for shading. It's not bad. Oh, that's gonna be another one. Oh, that's... Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Because we have the two different toggleable parts here. At least that part would stay the same. Make sure it lines up with what we had going on there. Yeah, it's pretty accurate for that side over there. I might make sure that the sleeves look a little bit different in the finalized model. Like the two sleeves. To ensure that we have like more of a different design on each side. I just want one of them to have like a more natural shape, if that makes sense. I'm also gonna do another one of these. This is gonna be the base layer, and then we're gonna have... Below that, I want to have the skirts one. Yeah, that's why we're gonna put it down here. And then I'm gonna do the shorts, but we have to take this part off real quick to do that. Where is it? There we go. I don't think it would go down too much. Maybe about out to here. I'm trying to think of this whole line right here. Of the shirt. There we go. Right about there, and then I never thought about this part yet. But I was thinking we'd use the shading color as the same color we used down there. I just don't want it to be mistaken as a whole other color, you know? I want it to be understood as like part of the shading. I think it might be confusing if I use that same color for it, I guess. Maybe if I can find something that's more... it's a little bit better for that. I don't want to go too dark either, because that would especially look like another color for it. Kind of like the color we actually already use for the line art, so I guess I don't have to change that really. Alright, back to this next part. We're gonna hide this one, and we're gonna hide that one. We're gonna go back to the shorts, or the skirt, I meant. There we go. Technically, it'd be nice if we had the last shading from the last one we just did, but there we go. Oh. I can tell it's not exactly the same on each side. I think that's slightly more accurate, I guess. I liked how the other side, this part, seemed a little bit more distant. It's further back, even if it's just slightly. Yeah, more like that. You know, actually I kind of like that because it almost gives an illusion as if there is a bow, or bow ties, like, on the side. I wanted to originally have something like that, so I guess it's kind of a win. Also, I say originally, but I'm working right now on the original design of her outfit, so... like the one back from 2021? Might have been 2022. But this was supposed to be her outfit from the beginning. For the VTube. I want to say there'd be like a slight, like, something like that in your clothes. Wrinkle. Something more like that, I guess. Oh, I just realized, yeah, this is another one we're gonna have to have two separate ones on. I actually do like using this color for the shading of the type of white color that we chose. Actually, this will be really interesting, because if we do this kind of like pattern, I just realized, like, with the skirt overshadowing everything, I think, or quite literally, I think that I would even have to choose a darker pink color for the hearts. If this is their default color, that's kind of fun. You get to see it in different shades. Let's do that real quick. Now, how would I choose this color? Looks like I used the same color for the shading as the pink right there. So we really are just using, like, the same colors in our color palette, and I think it works really well, actually, together. Hmm. I don't want to make it too dark. I think it'd become more vibrant, if anything. What do you guys think? Would it be more vibrant? I kind of think it would. How vibrant are we thinking? It wouldn't go that dark, would it? With the kind of stark contrast of colors we chose, I feel like it might. I'll still add it as a color just in case. I kind of think this one is more accurate. But I'll have both of them now. Now, I claim it looks more accurate, but also, like, the difference between the white and the shading color is so different. So it might just be more valid to just do that. I just think, like, it's a very light pink. To go that dark on it might be... Maybe it's not as light as I'm thinking it is. So now that we have this one, we're gonna take this one off again so that we have... Where is it? There it is. We're gonna change to this one now. Wait, where is it? There it is. We have a lot of different layers for this. It's gonna be a lot, actually. Oh, I just realized, yeah, I won't need to shade this one. Besides maybe like right here. Huh. I wish I could like just... Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, I don't know, does it look accurate to go from that light to... It kind of looks cool, so maybe I'll just keep it for the heck of it, but... Oh, I just realized I can keep the shorts shading on too. Oh, there we go. It's crazy to finally be doing this though, because like I did not see myself doing this year. Even testing like this. Just like that. And... Oh, I did realize we fixed that one part I was cringing at before. So I want to show like a shadow of this on here, but it wouldn't be accurate because it's not as close to it as it would be depicting it. Like the only really close part of the shoe flaps, I guess I could say, is like that part right there. Like that's literally the closest. I guess with this, if the lighting is coming from this way though, based on how we did this hair stuff right there, then I guess we could kind of get away with having some type of shading on this. Maybe like that. This one I wouldn't really have much of an excuse though for. Besides like that, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the base. I guess we do have these things right here. Metal plates. Right about here, I guess. Then again, if I did the shading like that, then I would have to put like shading all along this part. I guess I'm not doing that, so it'd be more accurate probably to be right about here-ish instead. Like that. I'm also gonna do the hair real quick, because that's something I really wanted to do. Frontmost hair. We have this right there. I think I'd have to make this smaller. Yeah, figure out how to properly render hair though. I think that's a okay start, I guess. Yeah. That's pretty much it, actually. Where'd the eyes go, though? I'd like to do something like this with the eyes. Um, something more red. Not sure how I feel about yellow in there, but I could do that. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. That's pretty much what I imagine. If I wanted to do like more of a detail, I guess I could go more into the bluish hues for this, and then let me show you guys an example of that. It'd be below this layer, I believe. Make sure I have this color too afterwards. Trust the process, trust the process. I also have to do this, actually. I do not want the blend brush to be this big. I want it to be somewhat smaller so we can actually see. Because it doesn't help that I'm using a smaller canvas. Looks like I'm gonna have to like really put out a lot of this for it to actually show up properly. Yeah, see, stuff like that is gonna play a major role in the final model. I do have some other things I'd like to try with the hair too, but I'm not sure. So, because we did a masking layer, we wouldn't be able to get that color back. I'm gonna make sure I add it though. And then we can erase this and mask it again. Let's see what it looks like on the other parts of the hair real quick as well. Because I'd like to do it for, like, parts back here, too. Ideally, I would be removing this one before doing that, so that I can actually see. Somewhat like that. Yeah, I think that should do it for our stream for today. I think that I'll probably work on some more techniques for like hair stuff and eye stuff one of these days. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream my whole making the VTube, the official VTube art process on stream or not on Twitch. But I might do a video. I might do a video on that. It would be a lot of editing. I feel like it might be nice because then it'll be like a really big surprise when it comes out. Just so that like Because, you know, I was talking about just like the other day that I wasn't sure if I should be streaming my whole process or not. It was because I want to still be able to do like a grand reveal. That's why I thought, hey, maybe I'll just show like some of like what we did today. We have the base now. We have some of the idea of like what is going to happen when we go to make our model. Like how many different layers are down here just with the leggings and the skirt and the toggle with the shorts and everything. So I think that'll be quite an endeavor, but I'm actually really looking forward to this. There's gonna be a lot of layers to manage, I can see now. I kind of have an idea what I'm gonna be getting into. And yeah, I'm thinking I'll make a video version rather than streaming the full thing so you guys can get a full-on like reveal at the end when it's fully finished. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This was day 323 of streaming every single day, and this was our 67th art stream. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Later!